Well, welcome back to Stevo Runs, guys. Been in this for a while, I know. This might be the first little proper video I've made for some time, months and months. Testing out the old ankle today with a new plan in mind. How to finally clear this thing with a bit of luck. Feels like I've made some mistakes on the way. So, let's talk a little bit about that as we go. We'll be very short because run's going to be very short. I'll explain what's been going on quick, try and keep it not too long, and let you know what the plan, up and coming plan is. So don't go anywhere. Let's talk. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys. As I just said, I'm out for my first run in a long time. I'm on the old track outside my house. My stats are looking for terrible reading, I'll tell you that. But that's not the idea of everything that's up to coming now. It's time now to try and clear this injury for good. I've had a bit of time to reflect over Christmas and do more research. Probably going against what the doctors have said a little bit. Might be a bit old-fashioned advice I got. But now it turns out I probably shouldn't have stopped running at all. And it's kind of an injury you can run through, but taking precautions, because this is posterior tibial tendonitis. It's actually in both ankles, but really bad in my right. 6 months of very little action has done nothing to clear it at all. Turns out I probably should have been running through it, and not as in just carry on training, because that's probably how this arose anyway, but just modify everything, slow everything down, stop doing sprints, think about footwear, form and whatnot. And that's all the stuff I didn't do. I just took rest, went to the gym a lot, which has paid dividends on everything apart from that, it seems. So here we are, start of a new regime. I'm back out on the paths for first time in maybe 6-7 months. It feels good, but I have zero fitness. I am literally starting like from scratch. This probably feels worse than when I first started running, when I had zero fitness then. But this has been so long now, thinking I was doing the right thing, and it turns out I probably haven't. So I'll give up on resting now, and I'm back out on the streets. So today's going to be about 2 miles long. The idea is to play it by ear and do a few miles, and the next day do very specific strengthening of the injured area, which is a tendon in my inside ankles, and then building the strength in that, which is enabling me to pick up the miles and hopefully pick up to where I was before quite a few months ago. So that is the plan. A few little runs here and there. It's really painful the next day, then I rest it until it's gone down again, then you go again, always keeping the pain levels below 2 to 3 out of 10. I think I can do that. It's never been so painful that I can't walk, so now's the time to sort of play it safe and get it finally better. Now it's quite alarming to see what my stats are saying on my watch. Heart rate's at 154, I'm doing like 11-minute miles, which is absolutely bonkers to think that when I was at my peak fitness a few years ago, I was doing 7-minute 50s, like a 130, 135 heart rate. So it's not nice to see that, but I know where I am, I know what I've got to do. Now it's just a case of doing everything correctly and getting it done. Now I didn't I don't feel like I was doing too much back in the day to end up here. I've actually got flat feet, which I didn't know about, and it's actually caused havoc recently. But something I was born with, so it wasn't really completely my fault that this has happened. The training for the ultra marathon was ultimately what pushed it too far, even though I was building up bodies really slow. So now it's a biomechanical problem where I need inserts in my shoes, and I've tried so many off of Amazon. I've been to see a podiatrist who who tried me in 3 different sets and said none of them are suitable to perk the arch of your foot up enough to stop it straining. So this is why it's taken so long for me to get here. I've still not got those inserts. I'm still waiting, even though they fast tracked me. I'm still waiting for the letter to say that your insert's going to be made. It'll go in, stand on the print, get them made for me. Hopefully I can pick it up a bit there. So what I'm doing now is actually base building, which is not just picking up miles, it's actually building your body up in all the different ways to prepare yourself to, usually for races, this is prepare myself to be able to run how I used to run. And hopefully my inserts will become part of that, just for the meanwhile, until my feet are strong enough to be able to cope with what I want to be doing. I still want to be an ultramarathon runner, I do, desperately. So please excuse my terrible stats that turn up on Strava. In the meanwhile, it's going to take me some time, but I've got time, I've got patience, and I want to get back to where I want to be. So, excuse me if that was a boring video, but I was excited about making this one. The sky's blue, it's nice to be back out on the track, to be able to join my friends with some runs, but at the same time, keeping my injury at least at bay, or slowly getting better, and that's to come with loading it heavily at the gym, doing specific workouts towards that. My ankles are strong, but Arch just told me so. But now I need to strengthen my hips, my bum, all those bits there that help towards keeping you injury free. So, this is Stevo Runs. It's nice to be back. Please give me advice in the comments as usual. Hopefully you can see a lot more of these now. I'm back out on the streets. Thank you very much. Stevo Runs. See you next time.